I finally went to Kentucky Kingdom for the first time, and today I'm going to give a full review, and I'm going to go over some topics, and at the end of the video, I'm going to give it a full rating. So with all that said and done, let's get into the video. Alright, so first, I'm going to start off with the categories. So the first category is going to be operations. The second category is going to be coasters. And the third category is going to be food. And if any of you guys think that I should add more categories like that, then comment in this comment section, and I'll make sure I read that and take note of that. Alright, so getting into operations, I'm just going to say that it was not the best because they weren't running both trains on any of the coasters there. Also the flat rides. It took a while to ride the flat rides, but at the start of the day, it wasn't bad at all because we were some of the first ones there, actually. So we got some walk-ons on a lot of the rides, but later in the day, the operations got much worse. Yeah, I don't even know why they wouldn't use both trains on any of the coasters because it was taking a while for pretty much every line. I don't know if, all of the roller coasters had broken trains, but I'm pretty sure that's not something that's supposed to happen. It could, but very unlikely. So for operations, I'm going to give this one a solid 6 out of 10. It wasn't the best. Alright, so after giving operations a 6 out of 10, let's talk about the coasters. Right off the bat, I just want to say that I'm not putting these in any specific order. I'm just randomly talking about each individual coaster. So let's get into it. As you can see, Thunder Run is first, and when I rode this, it was pretty rough, and I got stuck on the brake run at the end for 3 minutes, so it definitely wasn't the best ride. And I did only ride it one time, but I just didn't want to ride it again because it was so rough. And yeah, I could have rode it again, but I just didn't want to because it was painful, I guess. But yeah, I guess I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Now I'm going to be talking about Lightning Run, which is one of my favorite rides at this park. And right off the bat, I'm just going to say that the airtime is amazing. Every hill, I'm getting ejector airtime. I swear, it's just, the airtime on this is insane. Trust me when I say that. The airtime on Lightning Rod is so good. And not only did it have great airtime, but it had a pretty interesting layout. And my personal favorite row on Lightning Run is the front row, and I just felt like I got more airtime in the front. But honestly, this was just a great coaster. It was just amazing. And it's the first one I rode. But yeah, after this, I'm just going to give it an 8 out of 10. I loved it. Next up is a roller skater. It's just a kiddie coaster, so there's nothing much to say about it. I do like the train. I like it how each car is a roller skate. That's pretty cool. Other than that, pretty basic ride, because obviously, like I said, it's a kiddie coaster. So I'm just going to give it a 4 out of 10, I guess. I don't know. Next up is Kentucky Flyer. This isn't a bad roller coaster at all. I was walking into this one thinking that it would be a really, really good family coaster, which it was, but I feel like I was expecting way more from it. So I might give it a pretty low rating. And a lot of people said that the airtime is great, which there is some airtime here and there, but airtime is not that good. It does get the job done. It's a pretty good roller coaster, so I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Saving the best for last, this is Storm Chaser, my second RMC that I've ever ridden. The first one that I've ever ridden being Lightning Rod at Dollywood, and it was a while ago since I went to Dollywood, and I wasn't really into roller coasters when I went there, so I didn't pay attention at all to the ride. I was just enjoying it, and I kind of forgot a lot about Lightning Rod, so I really don't know if I can compare these two, so I'm just going to say that Storm Chaser is better, because I can't really remember much about Lightning Rod, man. But let's stop talking about Lightning Rod and talk about how great this roller coaster is. So the front row is the best because you get lots of hang time on the first drop, and you get more airtime, in my opinion. Speaking of airtime, the airtime is probably the best part on this roller coaster. I mean, the first hill is just amazing. It gives great airtime. There's like this outer bank at some point of the roller coaster that also gives some cool airtime. And then the Trick Track double up is amazing. And airtime is honestly just the best part of this roller coaster. Airtime is the best part of a lot of roller coasters. But if I'd have to rate it, I'd definitely give it a 10 out of 10, and it's probably my favorite roller coaster I've ever ridden. I even had to get a Storm Chaser Nano coaster because that's just how good Storm Chaser is, and this is what I do at every theme park. I basically just get a Nano coaster of my favorite roller coaster there. After all of those ratings of the coasters, it came out as a 6.8 out of 10. So that's how the roller coasters went. But now I'm going to get into the food because what's a theme park without good food? Starting things off for food, I have the grilled chicken sandwich from one of the places. I forgot what the name was. But yeah, it's a grilled chicken sandwich. It had some spice to it, but that's fine. The cheese was alright, I guess. I don't know. It tasted pretty good. I guess I'll give it a 8 out of 10. And before leaving the park, we got some cinnamon bread, and I will say it's not as good as Dollywood's. And in fact, the one at Kentucky Kingdom, it's kind of like hard for some reason. Like some of the bits of it were just really hard. And one of them I couldn't even chew because it was so hard. So I don't know. I'm going to give this a 7 out of 10. It wasn't that, it was good, but it wasn't better than Dollywood's. Those two food items came out to be a 7.5 out of 10, but now I'm finally going to get into the full rating of Kentucky Kingdom. Drum roll, please. Yeah, it came out as a 6.7, but I do feel like the food and Storm Chaser and Lightning Run honestly carried the entire thing. So, yeah, but I'd like to see what you guys think of Kentucky Kingdom if you've ever been there. So, I would like to see your rating of Kentucky Kingdom and any suggestions of what kind of categories I should add into my next review. Alright, so that's going to wrap up this video. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already because this video took a while to edit, and I will see you in the next video.